future.
And Gilchrist at 4:25 made it 1-1 on the next shift. Courtnall a blast right under the crossbar, beating Joseph, his first of the playoffs for Russell unassisted at 4:47. It was 2-1 Stars, but then the Blues came back. Nedved with a nice rush moving around Craig Ludwig, catching Brett Hull in front, and a quick one-time shot gives Brett Hull his second of the playoffs from Nedved and Tilly at 7:01. The table is set. Fasten your seat belts. We're in for a third period, tied at 2.
Multiple shooters in this game. In the second period, Modano had 3, Ledyard with 2. That led all shooters. Brett Hull had a couple of shots for St. Louis in the second period of the game. 33-18 is Dallas's shot advantage at this point. Mike Modano from the opening faceoff of the third period out to Brent Gilchrist, and Gilchrist throws it right wing side. Here's Ledyard across the line, drop past Modano, right side, wrist shot on goal, save made by Joseph. Now Bozon chasing the puck, clears ahead to his teammate, and that play was stopped, and correctly stopped, by linesman Gord Brosiker. You can hand pass the puck in your own zone, but that pass has to be started and completed inside the line. It can't take place outside the line.
Mike Modano trying to confuse Curtis Joseph. Looked like he was going to pass the puck, came back at Modano. Lots of shots by the Stars again. 34, 32 of them Curtis Joseph has stopped. He's going to need to turn in numbers like that, if not better, for the Blues to have a chance. They do in this game. It's tied at 2. Have you noticed the puck bouncing, the guy slipping and sliding a little bit? Is the ice perhaps not as good as it might be?
You have to wonder when you see players skating in open territory, nobody around them, and suddenly they go down. It might be the odd rut out there that is not filled in enough. I know the ice crew has worked hard to get this surface ready. Here's a backhand shot, and a goal! Matvichuk! Oh, and it's waved off. They're disallowing the goal. Neil Broughton is coming over to complain. They're going to review the play. It appeared as though Matvichuk's backhander was thrown in front and went off Broughton. And I think they're going to say that the puck was kicked into the net off Broughton's skate. It went right on goal. Joseph made the save. And then as Paul Broughton backed in, or Neil Broughton backed in, the puck may have gone off one of their skate blades, and they're going to review it to see if it was directed intentionally into the net.
I think that's a good call, Mike. Neil Broughton was tied up with Kasatonov right in front of the goal. Good play by Matvichuk, takes the puck to the net, puts a backhand shot low. Joseph can't find the rebound, and Neil Broughton with his left skate kicks it into the net, but it's no goal. He kicked it into the net, and Neil's disappointed with that, but his stick was tied up. He couldn't get the stick down. And that's, I think, why Neil's upset, because he really had an open net there and could have fired it in, but could not get his stick loose from Kasatonov, subsequently kicked the puck into the net. No goal.
So we stay at 2-2. We're just underway with the third period. Neil Broughton remains on the ice and will work the face-off now against Brendan Shanahan. St. Louis controls the draw. Shanahan dumps it back into the corner, and Rick Zombo goes back to get it. Here's Zombo, stick handling out of the zone, up to center ice. Right wing pass, flipped across the line. Wakaluk keeps it going up the near boards. And played by Paul Broughton out to center. Broughton gives to his brother Neil. Neil across the line to Darian Hatcher. That puck stolen by Zombo. And Janney floats a pass ahead intended for Shanahan, but it goes too far. Wakaluk easily makes a play and clears it out of the zone. Blues dump it right back in. Gagne right side. Paul Broughton out to center ice. Back to Dave Gagne. Down the left wing. A slap shot. Save made by Shanahan with his pad, and again yields a rebound. It comes right out front of the net. The Blues are able to clear it. Now Nedved to the center line. Goes left side. Brett Hull stick handling into the Dallas zone. Held up on the play by Grant Ledyard. A tie up in the corner. And Ledyard is there to take it out. Ledyard works to center, throws it through a crowd all the way down the ice. They'll say icing here as Barron catches up to it. And there's the whistle to stop play with 18-13 remaining in the third period. And we have an overtime result now from Toronto. The Leafs have won it 1-0. Todd Gill gets the overtime winner in sudden death overtime, and the Maple Leafs advance in the series by getting one past Belfort. Been a scoreless tie, Ralph, going on into sudden death overtime, and they were into that overtime period when Gill is able to put the Leafs on the board 1-0 to win it.
Eddie Belfour was apparently debating the play. Wendell Clark was out there making noise with his stick on Belfour's stick. But the Leafs take a 2-0 lead in that series, holding serve, if you will, winning both games at home ice. That's a big advantage for Toronto. They go back to the stadium for games Friday and Sunday.
Here's Roberts in the corner, checked on the play now, and Ledyard tries to move it along. Mike Craig tips it, comes outside the line to center ice. Murray Barron chasing back into his own end. Here's Barron stopping behind the net. Moves out left side, stick handling to the blue line, up to center ice, off Roberts, and it bounces inside the Dallas zone. The Blues are offside with Nedved already in Dallas ice, and the faceoff comes back to neutral territory.
Dallas Stars attempting to do what Toronto has done, and that's take both games here at Reunion Arena. You know, all year you battle so hard for that home ice advantage, and the Blues are playing this one like it's an elimination game. They go back down 2-0. It's going to be tough for Phil Housley and his St. Louis Blues. Housley, who missed most of the season with a back injury, certainly someone they're glad to have in postseason competition. 41 points in 50 playoff games.
Prokhorov chasing the puck back into the Dallas zone. Cavallini is there first. He plays it out of the corner. Courtnall reaching for it, can't get it. Kasatonov takes a drive. It's on net, saved by Wakaluk's stick. Now cleared out front. Prokhorov, a backhander. He missed wide, glancing off the side of the net. And Courtnall pushes it back to center. Housley to play it. Off the right wing boards, dumped into the Dallas end, and Wakaluk is there. He steers it ahead on the left wing side. Out to Modano at center ice to Courtnall. Modano across the line, a wrist shot. Save made by Joseph as Modano startled him with a hard wrist shot. Here's another drive, a shot, and a goal! Mike Modano's perseverance pays off. He kept digging away at Joseph and pokes it past the St. Louis goaltender. The Stars are in the driver's seat at 3-2.
That is the end of a very long shift from Modano. Double shifted on consecutive shifts at center ice. Back on with his usual line mates, Courtnall and Klatt. Puck fired from Cavallini at the point. He'll get another assist. Big shot. Joseph loses the rebound, and Modano is there. He makes the tip in front, then stays with the play and pokes it underneath the pads. Stars lead 3-2.
Assisted by number 14, Paul Cavallini. Time with a goal, 2:58. Scoring for Dallas, number 9.
Now Mackey gets all tied up with Shane Churla. Churla did not drop his stick or his gloves. Mackey did. And Churla wants to know why he's getting a penalty here. They're going to escort both players off the ice. Churla felt that he had turned the other cheek and should not be involved in a penalty, but that's not the way it's going to go. Both players off the ice. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
NHL Trivia is brought to you by the Discover Card. Discover the answer when we come back.
Every year, one credit card gives you something other credit cards don't. Only the Discover Card offers you a cashback bonus award. Cash. Over $400 million paid so far. And there's no annual fee. So use the Discover Card and improve your cash flow. It pays to discover. the card that pays you back.
The answer to our trivia question is Jacques Plante. In November of 1959, Jake the Snake set a new standard for goalies when he donned a face mask. That's tonight's Discover Card Trivia. It pays to discover the card that pays you back.
For the second time, Phil Housley is on the ice when the Stars score an even strength goal. He gives you offense, but an awful lot of liability involved defensively. He throws that puck to Paul Cavallini. It goes onto the net, and Mike Modano is there to whack it in. The Stars lead 3-2.
4 skaters aside now, plus the goaltenders, as Churla is penalized, as well as Mackey. Here's Modano, a wrist shot. Joseph to save. Rebound grabbed by Housley. McPhee chops Housley, skates out from under him. Back come the Blues on the attack. Left side. Here comes Duchesne trying to flip a pass in front. That misses the mark. And now here's Modano starting back for Dallas. He and Hull tangled. Nedved works it loose. On the far boards, it's played out of the zone by Ludwig. He dumps it back to the blue line. Ledyard over to Modano, left side, out to Gagne at center ice. Gagne being hooked as he crosses the line, gives to Matvichuk. His shot is sticked wide. Now back into the corner again. Broughton to play it. Neil Broughton trying to center for Matvichuk. And the puck cleared by the Blues out to center ice. Brett Hull knocking it down. Now Neil Broughton takes it, brings it ahead to Gagne. Backhander, oh, right on. And a save made again as Joseph sprawling and got the right pad on it. Now it's cleared to center. Neil Broughton starts back in for Dallas to Gagne. Right in front of the net. Joseph lunging out and clearing the puck away. Housley starts back again. Phil Housley back into his own zone. Loops a pass ahead off the left boards. Too far for Miller. Matvichuk back to chase it. He goes left wing side, and Hatcher tries to move it out but can't. Wakaluk takes care of it now, spinning it off the boards to Modano. Right wing to Courtnall. He's back on Barron. Wines, fires, and he cranked it up and sent it just too high and wide of the net. It bounces back to center ice. Miller is there to play it. Miller dumps it into the Dallas zone. Ludwig goes behind the net to get it. Penalties are over. Churla and Mackey are back on the ice. Here's Courtnall working to center ice for Shane Churla. Churla has it knocked away by Herkus, and Churla battles with Herkus on the boards. Bozon into the Dallas zone, fires a shot wide of the net. Cavallini's in to get it, works it on the right wing, sends it ahead to center ice, and Courtnall's got the puck at the red line. Here's Courtnall flipping it back into the St. Louis zone. Churla goes to the corner. He and Tom Tilley collide. Tilley bumping Churla. Herkus gets in there with a stick, and now Gilchrist throws it in behind the net. Churla's there to dig it out. It's played by Tilley off the left boards. Poked to the center line and deflected back inside the Dallas zone. Doug Zamolin back to pick it up. Leads a pass to Cavallini. Flip-flops it back inside the St. Louis end. Joseph makes the grab, dances left then right, and he elects to hang on and stop play. 14 minutes, 6 seconds left in the third. The Stars have taken command 3-2 over the Blues. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Their sleep. Dave Gagne is going to be seeing missed opportunities. Couple of great chances. A backhand shot on Joseph. Stick just wide. Another chance as Broughton sets the table again. And Gagne streaking in front of the net. Can't quite get his stick on it.
From the face-off, the Blues control. Duchesne goes up the right wing to Hull. Out to center ice. It gets away from Roberts. And back inside the Dallas zone. Out come the Stars on the attack. On the right wing is Gilchrist. Hustles into the corner. He's pushed away from the play by Duchesne. Now they tie it up along the sideboards. Duchesne works it out front. Here's a hard drive by Churla right on. Oh, and a save is Joseph. Sprawling to his right and reached over with a stick, was able to clear it out. Now Duchesne to center ice. Nedved has it knocked down. Roberts is back to get it. Roberts over on the right wing. Inside the Dallas zone. Roberts coming on. Flips it in front. A collision in front of the net, but Churla's got the puck. And now it's sent out of the zone to center. The Blues, Murray Barron takes it. Winds up, drives it into Dallas ice. Cleared out to center. Housley dumps it right back in. Hull to play it. gives over to Barron. His wrist shot wide of the Dallas net. Janney into the corner after it. And now here comes Neil Broughton to start back. Broughton to center. Dumps it across the line. Back into the St. Louis zone. Joseph back of the goal for Housley. Housley starts out. Tips to center. Shanahan reaching for it. Housley over to pick it up. Housley backtracks into his own zone. Now starts the rush to center ice. Housley turns at his own line. Backs it up over on the right wing. Barron across the line on the right side. He gives to Miller. Out front for Shanahan. Deflected off his stick, and it comes back to center ice. Housley back into his own zone with Barron. 3-2 Dallas. 12:15 to play. Third period. Phil Housley at center. Rink wide he goes. Kelly Chase. Dumping back in, or rather Duchesne dumping back inside the Dallas end, and Bozon's there after it. Now Kasatonov helps out, throwing it toward the Stars net. Hatcher comes up with a puck and clears to the center line. Steve Duchesne starts back. The save. He covers up and hangs on with 11:48 to go in the third.
Darcy has barely been tested in the third period. The Stars, who have outshot St. Louis 45-21 in the game, have outgunned them 12-3 in the third period. No sitting on a lead in this game tonight. Dallas all over the St. Louis Blues, outgunning them, out-hustling them, outworking them. Stars said this morning that they wanted to be very careful that they didn't let game one get to their heads. It's just one game. Bob Gainey still irate on the Stars bench about what I believe, Mike, is the line changing.
Send it out front of the goal. That's played out to center ice. Courtnall racing back after it. Duchesne breaks it up. Over to Zombo. Now a lead pass to center ice. Modano just about picked that off. He would have been headed into the Blues zone. Back into Dallas ice. Paul Cavallini starts out for the Stars. Off a skate, brings to center. Perkis dumps it right back inside the Dallas end. Blues get the line change going. Here's a lead pass to center. Modano flips it across the line. Joseph has it behind the goal, works it up the boards. Zamolik tries to keep it in. Zamolik can't do it. Has to back out to center and now throws it on into the St. Louis zone. 11 minutes to play, third period. Here's Modano with a steal, a deke, a shot, and a save by Joseph. Modano gets his own rebound. Stick handles over to Courtnall. A shot up high and wide of the net. Now Modano chasing to the corner. Puts it behind the goal, but Duchesne's there. Plays to the point. Modano reaches to keep it in and can't do it. And the Stars are offside as the puck cleared the zone and then was shot back in. And we'll have a face-off out in neutral territory with 10:40 to go in the third period.
Well, to coin a phrase, he is certainly putting on the Ritz. Mike Modano going after the hat trick, makes a great steal from Zombo. Cuts across, tries to beat Joseph, who's leaning to his right, and then he's still going. He keeps the puck in, works it over to Courtnall, and Russ's shot just high. Now the Stars have 46 shots on goal, Mike, but a lot of them don't register. The ones where they're trying to pick the corners or pick the top shelf, like Russ Courtnall's shot. Dallas is attempting to beat Joseph up high. Sometimes those shots whistle wide from Modano and Courtnall, but they are by design. They're trying to get the corners.
Ludwig drives the puck back into the St. Louis zone. Off the near boards, it's Gilchrist to dig it loose, brings it to Churla. Shane Churla, hawked by Tilly, tries to knock it loose, brings it over now to McPhee. At the left point, Gilchrist into the corner, turnaround shot. Churla firing wide of the net, and it caroms all the way back to center ice. Ledyard to play it. Off the far boards, poked inside the line. Ledyard hustling into the near corner. Now plays it off the right wing boards, and Gilchrist poking to the point, but not out. It's kept in. Here's a shot by Nedved, right on. Walking up the save, cleared by Ludwig to the point. Kept in by Barron. His drive blocked. Ludwig keeps it going to the blue line, but not out. And now it's sent into the crowd for a souvenir with 9:54 to go in the third period. The Stars 3 and the Blues 2. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
It could only come from here.
a land forever frozen, perfectly pure, and the home of ice. Molson Ice. Ice brewed in Canada by North America's oldest brewery to be a few degrees colder, a few degrees bolder, yet smooth as ice. Molson Ice, from the land where ice was born.
This is a Texas live oak. It was no more than a sapling when my family got into the grocery business and planted the seeds of great customer service you've grown to expect from Tom Thumb. These days, Tom Thumb is spread far and wide, but no matter how big we get, we'll never forget our roots. Great service is still alive and growing strong at Tom Thumb.
Tropicana Pure Premium Orange or Grapefruit Juice, 2 for $3. President's Choice Chunk Light Tuna, 2 for $1. Nice and soft toilet tissue, just 79 cents.
Well, the Dallas Stars are really grinding. This is a hard-working hockey team, and they have kept the Blues at bay for the third period.
From the face-off, the Stars control, and it's cleared by Hatcher out to center ice. Now Housley drives in on the right wing. Hatcher back to play it in the corner. Steers it up the boards. A piece comes loose from the supports of the glass now, and as it falls onto the ice, the whistle blows. The on-ice crew is ready and waiting, and they're right out there to get that put right back into place.
Mike, we talked about how hard-working the Dallas Stars are, and that's what they felt they needed to do against the St. Louis Blues. No matter who's on the ice, key plays at every position on the ice have been essential to the Stars' lead here. Shane Churla going up to block a shot out at the point. Boy, playoff hockey is certainly something. Great individual efforts from every man in uniform.
I've had a couple of people comment to me, Ralph. We talked about this. We talked about playoff hockey and what it was going to be.
Yeah.
I've had fans come up to me and say, you know, you said it was going to be wild and it was going to be exciting, but I had no idea it was going to be like this.
Yeah, it's very intense. I mean, you can just feel it in this building. You can cut the tension with the proverbial fork. Or is it a knife?
Here's Shanahan back to the point, now to Housley. A drive knocked down by Hatcher into the corner. Hatcher plays it out of the zone to center. Hits Neil Broughton with a pass at the blue line. He's in across the line. Drop pass now, wrist shot right on. And Housley cross-checking. The Stars' Neil Broughton right over Curtis Joseph and knocking him off the play. Janney comes back for the Blues. A shot wide by Miller. Played out to the blue line, and it gets away to center ice. Neil Broughton gets hit from behind by Housley, and there's no call. This is absurd. Into the corner goes Gagne. He turns it around, and he's played free. Paul Dvorsky stayed back to make sure nothing else happened on that recent play, but he allowed Housley to cross-check Broughton right into the St. Louis goaltender. Here's Kasatonov out to center ice. Janney with it now at the red line. Dumps it inside the Dallas zone. The Blues change the line on the fly. Off the right wing boards, it's cleared to center ice. Now played by Herkus. Herkus with the puck to the blue line of Dallas, and Cavallini works it out to center. Herkus back to play it, flips it across the line, looking for Stastny, and Wakaluk's got it off the backboards. Up the right wing, now to the far boards it goes. Prokhorov keeps it in, walks in, fires, it's wide of the Dallas net. Back to the point, kept in by Duchesne, a shot. Courtnall blocks that. Deflected against the sideboards again. Prokhorov down the middle, Stastny firing, and it's covered by Wakaluk, and he hangs on after that drive from Duchesne high in the slot. And Stastny was parked nearby, waiting on a rebound. Wakaluk yields nothing.
But at the other end of the ice, Mike, you're right. It was Phil Housley who cross-checked Neil Broughton right into his own goaltender. It was unbelievable. Joseph and Neil Broughton get tangled up, but it's a result of Phil Housley pushing Broughton from behind, cross-checking him. That's a penalty. That's a call. And then Joseph's going, what are you doing? And Neil says, well, I don't know. I just kind of got pushed into you.
There's one redeeming thing out of all this, Ralph. We're not going to see Paul Dvorsky again this year because we won't have him in this playoff round, and he won't be in the second round.
No, you wouldn't think so. I didn't think we'd see him in this one. This is the guy we'll recall who was refereeing the day Mark Tenorti was injured for the remainder of the season. Dvorsky is also the guy that Neil Broughton had words with in the airport to some degree about a rule in the rule book. A little ribbing and kidding going on, but you know, he's got to make that call. What's wrong with this guy? Come on now. Back me up on this. What's wrong with him?
He's having a bad year. He certainly had some bad games with the Dallas Stars involved. We talked about it the night in Buffalo that Mike Craig was standing in the goal crease when the Stars scored the winning goal of the game. But he has not had things going his way. Tonight he has not blown the whistle very often. Both teams are forced to play under those conditions. Dallas is trying to outlast the Blues. You're the one that said that the Stars would prefer playing with fewer penalties called.
And I still will stand by that.
So you should be happy.
I am happy. But not on something like
But you didn't like that one down there, did you?
Nope.
Here's a slap shot from the point. Hall firing wide of the net. McPhee chasing to the corner. Now it's cleared to the point, and Nedved keeps it in. A drive just wide of the Dallas goal. Now Hall has been knocked to the ice. There is no penalty call coming that I can see. And it appears as though this time it was a St. Louis player who gets it. And Brett Hall got smacked across the top of the right eye, right across the eyebrow. And trainer Tom Nash comes out to attend to him. The Blues are saying, what is going on? If we had the answer to that, we don't. 7:29 to go in the third. Stars lead the Blues 3-2. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Well, now it's the Blues' turn to complain, and rightly they should. Grant Ledyard gets the stick up on Brett Hall, cuts him over the top of the eye. That's a penalty.
A major penalty.
Yep. And the Stars are lucky that Paul Dvorsky's missed a good hockey game.
Well, what did I just say? Both teams have to play under these conditions.
That's right.
This time it's St. Louis's turn to suffer.
Brett Hall can't believe it, and nor should he.
Here's Kasatonov throwing it left side, now back into the Dallas zone, and into the corner goes Hatcher to pick it up. Hatcher's got it behind the net, stick handles, and starts out, winds it up the right wing boards for Paul Broughton to center ice. It bounces back inside the St. Louis end. We've had one set of coincidental minor penalties called here in the third period. That's the only penalties we have seen in period 3. There were only 4 minors given in the second, 3 minors in the first. Here's Shanahan across the line. A lot more than that has gone on, in our view. Offside called here at the Dallas blue line.
Do you think Ron Caron is excited about what's going on in the building right now?
I think he probably liked it up until the point where Hull got hurt, because at that point I think it was favoring the Blues. The Blues are the ones that I thought should have been called for more penalties, but the Stars had some of their infractions overlooked as well, but more were St. Louis infractions in my opinion.
In this hockey game, the Stars have had 5 power play opportunities, have not scored on any of them. The Blues, 1 power play chance in the first, 1 in the second, and nothing in the third. So despite the fact that, Mike, you're right, it appears as if things have gone more toward the way of St. Louis. It's been a rough game in the officiating department, and that's too bad because it's been a very good hockey game otherwise.
Linesmen are having a good game out there.
Now what?
Here's a whistle, and we get a... Here goes. The standard swings the other way now, and now it's time to blow the whistle. And headed off the ice will be a Dallas player. Into the box goes Brent Gilchrist. Hey, we complimented Gord Brosiker, and we complimented the action of Brian Murphy a little bit earlier in the hustle that they showed on some icing calls and some accurate offside calls. So I don't think we can place the label on all the officials here.
You know, the other thing, Mike, is we've seen so much good officiating this year. Very difficult sport to officiate. Kerry Fraser was in here for game 1, and what a top-notch official he is, but unfortunately, and we hate to keep going on about it, it's been a rough night tonight.
Puck cleared back to the blue line. Steve Duchesne keeps it in. A tie up as Janney is there, but gets pushed away, and Ludwig clears the puck all the way down. Stars shorthanded. This penalty called against Gilchrist sets the table for St. Louis. They score here on the power play. The game is tied. Here's Duchesne dumping it into the corner, and it makes you wonder when you've seen so much go by the whole period that was not called. But you knew after Hull got cut that Paul Dvorsky was going to call something against Dallas. Here's a wrist shot. Wakaluk the save, tipping it wide. Off the right wing boards. It's cleared all the way down by McPhee. Joseph out to play it ahead to Housley. Now on the right wing. Across the line to Janney. Back to the point. Duchesne lets it go by over to Housley. Back to Steve Duchesne. Side of the net to Janney in the corner. He centers. Here's a backhander by Hall. Save Wakaluk. He's got it covered. Darcy Wakaluk making a nice save. Closing off the angle as Brett Hull closed in from left wing.
Darcy's really moving well in there, Mike, moving from side to side, seeing the puck, getting over, not cheating, but getting there in time. Hall didn't get as much as he wanted on that one, but the second shot wound up going off Darcy's face. Boy, is he playing well. The Stars have a lot of confidence in Wakaluk, and he has responded with back-to-back outstanding playoff performances, getting his first 2 playoff starts. Nice save by Walk. 59 seconds remaining in the Blues power play. 5:44 in the third period.
Big penalty kill here for Dallas. It's half over. Janney leans in. The puck cleared back to the point. Housley's got it. Phil Housley over to Brendan Shanahan. Shanahan stick handling, throws it rink wide. Duchesne over on the far boards. Now dumps it in the corner. It goes behind the net for Hull. And it's chased to the sideboards for Shanahan. Back to the point for Housley. Into the corner. Picking it off is Ludwig, and he clears it all the way down.
Boy, was that key penalty killing by the Stars, Mike. They took away all the Blues options, made them do something they didn't want to do.
St. Louis with time to set up again. On the right wing comes Hull. Into the corner for Janney. Out front. Cleared and set out of there by Cavallini. Back inside the St. Louis zone. Housley takes the puck from Joseph. Starts it ahead. Left wing boards. Duchesne across the line. Oh, and Cavallini with another steal. And he clears it all the way back into the Blues zone. Housley starts ahead again to Janney. Penalty about to expire. Gilchrist out of the box. And the Stars are at full strength. They've killed off the St. Louis power play. Here comes Courtnall across the line to Gilchrist. A shot. And it's deflected and goes up into the seats. Out of play with 4:33 to go in this third period.
Boy, they score on that rush, Mike, and I think the St. Louis Blues would be walking back to St. Louis. What a play by Paul Cavallini, killing penalties. He makes a nice play on the deflection out in front of Wakaluk and just backhands that puck down the ice. Then behind the play, Cavallini playing up on that penalty kill with Evason. 3 defensemen, Hatcher, Ledyard, and Cavallini. Cavallini with his second 2-assist performance of the playoffs so far. Boy, is he having a series.
He's got a lot at stake in this series. He wants to play well against his former teammates on the Blues.
Very emotional time of year for Paul Cavallini too, Mike, going down the stretch. He had suffered such a great personal loss, but he is playing inspired hockey.
Paul Cavallini dedicating this playoff series to his father, who passed away just a couple of weeks ago. Puck slapped inside the St. Louis zone, and Joseph makes the grab, but the play was offside. We bring the faceoff back out to neutral territory.
Russ Courtnall told me before the season started that he really believed Paul Cavallini would be a key to this team come springtime. Thought it was one of the best acquisitions that Bob Gainey made in the offseason, getting Cavallini here. Boy, was that prophetic by Courtnall.
Here's Ledyard dumping it across the line and back inside the St. Louis zone. Rick Zambo's there to get it. Steers it up the boards. Mike Modano tries to tip it, but it's taken away by Nedved. Over on the right wing. Good hit. Thrown there as Ludwig's got Prokhorov tied up. Knocks him to the ice. At the blue line. Barron keeps it in. Stolen by Modano. Lead pass. Courtnall across the line with Platt. A shot. Saved by Joseph. Rebound back to the near corner. Now sent off the left boards, and Prokhorov starts ahead to center ice. Vitaly Prokhorov inside the line. Wrists it right in front for Miller. That's stolen by Modano. Up ahead, tipped by Courtnall. All the way down, played by Joseph, no icing. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Stars 3, Blues 2. Stars dump it right back into the St. Louis zone. Kasatonov goes for it, gets there first, and icing is called as he was held up on the play and mimicked the action played by Hatcher earlier on an icing call when he played the puck with his skates.
Prokhorov getting taken off of his skates as he attempted to attack the Dallas zone by Craig Ludwig. Dallas hitting, and hitting again. Been a successful formula for them. Bob Gainey has a physical team, a team that likes to play and can play. In fact, excels at the physical game and the defensive game. And now has 3:23 left in the third period.
43-year-old Gord Brosiker from Baltimore, Maryland. What if he had still been behind the plate for the Texas Rangers? He was drafted by the Rangers and got as high as Oklahoma City in AAA and was a catcher.
He made it back to Big D.
I think Rodriguez might have beat him out.
Yes.
At the point, here's Duchesne, a shot that goes wide. Brosiker calling the lines now in the NHL. Out to center ice, flipped across the blue line left wing, and Neil Broughton, a slap shot saved by Joseph. Over on the right wing for Shanahan. 3 minutes to go, third period. Blues come back. Housley flipping it wide of the Dallas net. And Hatcher's there to play it. Spins it off the boards out to center ice. Well, we're in the danger zone here as far as the time is concerned. The Blues will really be pressing here, trying to get the equalizer. Curtis Joseph will be destined to head off the ice to the bench before too much longer. Ludwig plays it out of the zone to center ice. Kasatonov takes it back to his own line. Left wing to Herkis. Fires. Pad save. Wakaluk. Rebound. Into the corner. And Gilchrist sends it ahead to the blue line. Nedved keeps it in. Paul Dvorsky gets dumped to the delight of the crowd. Into the corner. It bounces off Hatcher. Knocked down by the hand of Nedved. Played back to Barron. Here's a shot. Kasatonov the drive. Wakaluk the save. And he's got it smothered. They are standing at Reunion Arena applauding Dallas Stars goaltender Darcy Wakaluk. Darcy, they're cheering. What great saves in the Dallas goal. Capacity crowd tonight, 16,914. Those numbers have become the norm here at Reunion Arena. And they are being rewarded again with another fine performance in goal by Darcy Wakaluk, who played so well in game 1 of this series, making 33 saves. And he is 2 minutes and 5 seconds away from a second victory over the St. Louis Blues. The draw will be to the left of Wakaluk. In the face-off circle, Hatcher is out. Gagne, Neil Broughton, Craig Ludwig, and Paul Broughton. The Blues have Shanahan out there with Peter Stastny. They have Hull parked at the point along with Housley. They want to bring it back, and they get it to Housley. Housley winds up, fakes, walks in, wrist shot, knocked down in front by Hatcher, cleared out of the zone to center. Back to the St. Louis line for Housley, right wing, cleared into the Dallas end. Now into the corner, and Hatcher throws a hit, knocks it away from Shanahan. Housley keeps it going. Oh, now Shanahan tripping his Dallas opponent, and then high sticks Darian Hatcher in the face, and nothing's called. It happened right in front of the official, Dvorsky. Now here's Housley back into his own zone, out to Shanahan. Shanahan brings to center. He's across the line. Poke check at the blue line. Back to center ice for Paul Broughton. Across the line to Gilchrist. Gilchrist. Gilchrist knows time is on the Stars' side and throws it into the corner. McPhee back to play it. Hall in to pick it up. And Sherlock rocks him with a hard hit against the boards. Shot knocked wide by Joseph. Zamolik tossing it behind the net. Churla in to chase it. Boy, did he rattle Hull with a body check on the sideboards. Back come the Blues. We're in the final minute of play. Janney to Hull. Save Wakaluk. Cleared back to the near corner. And the Stars come back. The St. Louis net is empty. Shanahan tangles at the blue line. It's cleared up the right wing board for Churla, but the Blues take over. Curtis Joseph is out of the net. The Blues have a sixth attacker on. Here come the Stars, led by Zamolik to center ice. He dumps it back inside the St. Louis zone. And Duchesne is back to get it. 30 seconds to go. The Stars could lead the series 2-0. Up to center. Miller across the line. Gagne stealing, clearing out to center ice. Housley back to get it to Shanahan. Duchesne has it put free. Here comes Gagne. He can't get the shot off. It's in the net. A goal. In front to block him. The bouncing puck just made it into the net for a score. Dallas with an empty net goal leads it 4-2. Time of the goal 19:49 of the third period. And at the other end of the ice, Wakaluk came up with a great pad save in front to keep the Blues off the board. Unassisted goal for Gagne. Time runs out. Puck cleared back inside the Dallas zone. Stars win it! The Dallas Stars have taken a commanding 2-0 lead in this series over the St. Louis Blues. And we move on now to the arena in St. Louis for games 3 and 4, which are coming up on Friday night and Sunday afternoon. They are standing here at Reunion Arena and cheering the Dallas Stars, who are on the ice, and patting Darcy Wakaluk on the back. What a fine performance in goal by Wakaluk, who comes on to win his second game of this playoff series. Gagne with the empty netter. Modano with the game winner. He had 2 in this game. Portnall also scored. Shanahan and Hall with the only St. Louis goals. Stars win it 4-2. Back with a recap after these messages on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network. Dallas Stars take game 2 in the series. 4-2 the final score over the St. Louis Blues. 3 stars tonight. Curtis Joseph named the number 3 star of the game. Russ Courtnall was picked as the number 2 star of the game, and Mike Modano, with a 2-goal performance, including the game-winning goal, named as the number 1 star of this evening's contest. Now it's time for tonight's Dodge Game Breaker, the play most directly affecting the outcome of this evening's game. You'd have to go with Mike Modano's game-winning goal. That was the one that came at the 2:58 mark of the third period. A Cavallini drive was knocked down by Joseph, and Modano kept digging away at it and finally poked it past the St. Louis netminder. And Mike Modano scoring his second goal of the game and second of the playoffs, en route to helping the Dallas Stars along to that 4-2 win. That's tonight's Dodge Game Breaker, sponsored by the new Dodge Ram truck. Dodge is breaking all the rules. Our game summary for this evening: the Stars now are undefeated against the Blues at Reunion Arena by 5-0. Tonight the Stars outshot the Blues 51, that's a correct number, 51 shots to 26. 1 shot shy of doubling the Blues' output. Modano had a couple of goals in this contest, earning #1 star of the game honors. Paul Cavallini now has 2 games in a row with 2 assists. He was a very instrumental part of this evening's contest, and the Stars take that 2-0 lead to St. Louis in the series. You can't imagine them being in better shape than they are right now in this series, coming into this building and being able to play the Blues so tough, get their job done against them the way they did so well with all those shots in both games. In game 1, the Stars outshot the Blues 45-36, and tonight they come up with 51 shots against the St. Louis Blues. Mike Forens welcoming you back once again to Dallas Stars hockey, and a big crowd on hand tonight. They really enjoyed this one, going right down to the wire. Dave Gagne's second effort certainly put the game away. A diving attempt to get the puck past Phil Housley, and he did. It bounced off his stick and just creeped across the goal line into the net for the empty netter. That certainly ensured the Dallas Stars victory. Ralph Strangis is going to be standing by downstairs in just a moment. We can tell you that the Stars will be playing in St. Louis on Friday night and again on Sunday afternoon for games 3 and 4 of this series. Now let's head down to Ralph with his special post-game guest.
All right, Mike Forens, thank you very much. And we're here with #9, Mike Modano, who had a pair of goals in the Stars' big win tonight against the St. Louis Blues. Can you put it into words how much this one means?
Oh, well, it's great to get 2 in a row at home. That's definitely puts that home ice advantage to our, of course, to our advantage. It's been great. It was a good effort all around. We really stuck in the game, and we had a little, questionable first period, but we came out strong in the second. Had a couple good shifts right in a row, and we were able to get 2 goals out of it, and kind of played real steady, come back hard, and really put some pressure behind on their players, who like to do that diagonal thing at the blue line and make some plays.
Looked like your skates were plenty sharp as you were heading in to get that first goal that got the Stars ignited. Michael, take us through the play.
Well, it was a nice play. I just tried to get it out of the middle, and Brent kind of gave it to me back in the center of the ice and was able to come with speed, and their D kind of backed up. It was get it to my forehand and get a quick shot before Murray Barron stepped up on me, but was able to beat Curtis Joseph low to the stick, and those are always nice when those go in.
Then later on in the hockey game, when it was tied at 2, you had the opportunity to follow up a play that you started and a play that you finished.
Yeah, Paul kind of was waiting for me to get in the front and made a good shot. I was able to get a piece of it on the way to the net, and the rebound came down. I was able to push it between Joseph's legs, and those are, that's where I've come to score a lot of goals in front of the net, and I've, don't want to change my style quite yet.
Well, it was very effective for you tonight. Do you feel that you got some rebounds that maybe you wouldn't normally see? It looked like the puck is bouncing off his pads a little more than normal.
Well, yeah, we've at the start of the games, we kind of want to get some long shots. He's kind of questionable from way out, and in tight we want to get him high. So he's, the pads kind of seem he's making good leg pad saves, and we wanted to keep him low to his legs, and he was kicking them out real far. And their defense did a good job of clearing the rebounds, but that sooner or later those things are going to turn for us, and we're going to get rebounds off shots like that. And just we're really intense, and we're able to beat them to loose pucks, and that's the name of this game if we're able to stay on the hunt for 60 minutes and really keep puck possession.
A building that has given you trouble, the team trouble historically and also this season, is the St. Louis Arena. What's going to take to overcome that problem?
Well, we put a good effort in there last time. They were able to come back on the power play as usual as they do, and they got a great power play. We just got to keep concentrating on and discipline, staying out of the box and not take penalties. And in that rink, especially if they get the momentum, the crowd gets behind them like it did with us here in Reunion, and it's they can be really aggressive on the offensive part of the game. We just got to stay steady with our game plan and don't try to get in a run and gun in that rink.
Well, we can't wait for Friday night, and we wish you all the best. Congratulations. You look like you're feeling pretty good out there.
I feel pretty good. I'm feeling pretty healthy, kind of taking care of myself after the games, and I'm excited. It's a lot of fun out there, and we're having a good time.
Well, so are we. Congratulations, Michael. Way to go.
Thanks, Ralph.
Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars, and a big win. Boy, they're happy down here, but they know it's only 2. We'll go back upstairs to Mike.
Thanks, Ralph. It's only 2, but it's a great 2 to start out with, and the players are saying sometimes that, that's 2 out of 15. You figure that's what it's going to take probably to get all the way to win the Stanley Cup, but these 2 first games, very important ones, and doing well against a team that really has a lot of firepower. And once again, the Stars shut them off. Shanahan got a goal, so did Hall. But out of that, you have to figure that nobody else really was able to get anything past Darcy Wakaluk. And what a story he is developing into for the Dallas Stars, winning both games so far in this series. In fact, Wakaluk now is unbeaten if you take it back into the regular season in his last 7 appearances. Wakaluk has 5 wins now, no losses, and 2 ties in the last 7 games that he has played. The last loss that Darcy Wakaluk suffered, you'd have to go all the way back to the game played at New Jersey against the Devils on March the 13th. That night, the Stars were shut out 4-0 by New Jersey. Since then, Wakaluk has come up with 2 wins against St. Louis, single wins against Detroit, Washington, and Anaheim. He has tied Tampa Bay and also the St. Louis Blues. What happens now? Will Bob Gainey come back with him in St. Louis on Friday and Sunday? We'll see. Andy Moog's ready. You know that in any long playoff run, you're going to see both Dallas Stars goaltenders. Once again, the final score of this evening's contest, the Stars 4 and the St. Louis Blues 2. The next Dallas Stars action will be on Friday night when the Stars play against the Blues at 7:30. Broadcast time will be at 7:20 on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network. Our next Dallas Stars TV broadcast will also be on Friday evening. Until then, this is Mike Forens for Ralph Strangis saying thanks for joining us and so long from Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas. Good night, everybody.